Gather round, folks, because we've got a story that's going to knock your cleats right off. Lawrence Taylor, a legend in NFL history, earned numerous nicknames and acclaim, ranging all the way from LT to Superman. But one thing you had to know back in his school days was that nobody, and I mean nobody, could get away with calling him Larry. While Larry was for the more genteel crowd, and LT didn't ascend to the throne of the most dreaded player in professional football by being a poster child for control and composure. His mantra was to live fast and leave a trail of terrorized quarterbacks in his wake. Here's what netizens have to say about him. My favorite player ever. LT was a beast. By far the best defensive player in history. Born on February 4th, 1959 in Williamsburg, standing tall at 6'4" and weighing 240 pounds, Taylor was a whirlwind of athletic fury, capable of shadowing receivers and intimidating offensive linemen, even though he didn't hit the football field until his junior year of high school. Lafayette High coach Mel Jones spotted this towering talent out of the hallway simply because of his imposing size and made him an All-American at the University of North Carolina. He initially lined up as a defensive lineman during his first 2 seasons at North Carolina. But it didn't take the Tar Heels long to realize they had stumbled upon something truly extraordinary. He was an absolute force of nature as an outside linebacker. As a freshman playing on special teams, he'd jump a good 6 or 7 feet in the air to block a punt, then land on the back of his neck, said North Carolina assistant coach Bobby Cale. He was reckless, just reckless. Taylor earned a nickname that was as much about his lifestyle as his playing style, Godzilla. His roommate, Steve Streeter, shared an amusing anecdote. We'd always tease him about not getting respect at this downtown bar. So, one night, Lawrence decided to take matters into his own hands. He walked into that bar and, well, let's just say he rearranged the furniture. Chairs, glasses, you name it. He thought that's what it took to earn some respect. His fearless attitude paid off big time in the NFL. The Giants drafted him as the number 2 overall pick in the 1981 NFL Draft, and he made an explosive debut with 9.5 sacks, marking the start of an astonishing streak, 10 straight All-Pro seasons, and earning him Rookie of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year honors. He led the league with 20.5 sacks in 1986, won the NFL Most Valuable Player Award, and guided the Giants to a Super Bowl win. They claimed a second championship in 1991. Taylor revolutionized the outside linebacker position, bringing an aggressive style that disrupted plays all over the field. He accumulated a remarkable career with 6 All-Pro selections and 10 Pro Bowl appearances. His retirement in 1993 left a legacy of 132.5 sacks, 1,088 tackles, 33 forced fumbles, and 9 interceptions. Taylor entered the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1999. Lawrence Taylor, defensively, has had as big an impact as any player I've ever seen, former Raiders coach John Madden said. He changed the way defense is played, the way pass rushing is played, the way linebackers play, and the way offenses block linebackers. But it wasn't just about stats, it was also about his impeccable timing. In the game's most thrilling moments, Taylor shone brightest. He wasn't just a giant. He was New York's off-Broadway superstar. There comes a time in a game when you know a key play is coming up. You can just feel it in the air. There are guys who shun those moments. It's like in basketball. There are guys who want to shoot that last shot and others who want to pass it off. I want that last shot, he said. Before facing the Washington Redskins, Coach Bill Parcells had a clever tactic. He'd tell Lawrence Taylor, "The Redskins doubt you've still got it. Here's the magic." No matter how often Taylor heard it, it always worked like a charm. It was like flipping a switch, and he'd transform into an unleashed tornado on the field. LT's relentless pursuit of destruction led to one of the NFL's most bone-chilling moments, broadcast on Monday Night Football in 1985. His collision with Redskins quarterback Joe Theismann resulted in a horrifying scene. Theismann's shin snapped forward like a hinge, etching it into NFL history.
And it was Lawrence Taylor who slammed Theismann to the ground at the 42-yard line. The blitz was on. That's not necessarily a good play to have called. And quickly, Lawrence Taylor is up, saying Theismann is hurt.
LT completely snapped the man's leg. One of the most gruesome injuries in NFL history. Could you just imagine being Joe Theismann's backup, going in after that play?
"It's not a moment I want to remember or see again," Taylor said. Taylor's reaction to Joe Theismann's injury might surprise you, given his legendary pain tolerance. Remember the concussion incident where the Giants trainer had to hide his helmet to keep him from playing? And that was just the tip of the iceberg. In 1987, he played with a hairline fracture in his right tibia the following week. In 1989, he broke a foot bone but missed just one game. Yet, his most astonishing feat came in 1988 against the New Orleans Saints. Picture this: the Giants missing key players, and Taylor with torn shoulder ligaments and a detached pectoral muscle. But he wouldn't be deterred. He strapped on a harness, hit the field, and did the unthinkable. 7 tackles, 3 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and a 13-12 win. Taylor's secret to playing through pain? Convincing himself he wasn't hurt. His mind-tricking prowess made him believe he was invincible. But even living on the edge, even the mightiest heroes must face their vulnerabilities. Lawrence Taylor wasn't just a player. He was a fearless dancer who liked living on the edge. His mind was his secret weapon, and he had a unique ability to push beyond human limits. What makes LT so great, what makes him so aggressive, is his total disregard for his body, said Bill Belichick, the Giants' defensive coordinator during Taylor's prime.
One of the great things about LT is we come off on the first series, we go into the game and, we're expecting this, that, and the other thing. Then he'd come off and say, "No, I can read this every play, run past every play." I'm like, all right, well, what? Because I tell about a quarterback. He comes up to the line, doesn't really care. It's a run. He comes over and he's scared to death looking at me. It's a pass.
It's a pass, all right.
And I'm telling you, by the middle of the first quarter, either the tackle or the quarterback, if they had to block him, they were shaken.
But this wild side had its consequences. It fueled his gridiron dominance, yet it also led to personal struggles, including substance abuse. In many ways, he became the embodiment of the image he had been crafting since his early football days. Lawrence Taylor, always one to deliver a punchline, once quipped when asked what he could do that no other outside linebacker could: drink. But beneath that humor, Taylor's struggles ran deep. The day that LT got drafted as the 2nd overall pick of the NFL was a glorious one, but you'll be surprised to know that he doesn't remember a single thing. Taylor himself admitted that he downed 41 beers that day and blacked out.
Take us back to your draft day. What do you remember from the day that you were drafted?
I don't remember too much. I had 41 Coors Lights, so I couldn't tell you.
In 1985, Lawrence Taylor openly confessed to battling cocaine addiction. It all began innocently at a party, but it spiraled into a daily habit of consuming 1-ounce cubes of the substance. During games, he often played at only 75% of his full capacity, but that 75% was still better than most people's 100%. His cocaine issue wasn't a secret on the Giants, and surprisingly, the team enabled his behavior. Even the police seemed to treat him with kid gloves. However, Taylor eventually switched gears, trading cocaine for golf, which he jokingly called his detox tank. He used golf as a rehabilitation tool. Nevertheless, in 1988, he faced a 30-day suspension for failing a drug test. How did he avoid getting caught for so long? Well, he regularly borrowed his teammates' urine samples until, One fateful day, it turned out to be dirty as well. Talk about a plan backfiring. Taylor rebounded, playing a vital role in the Giants' Super Bowl win in 1991. But even his iron will couldn't conquer a ruptured Achilles tendon in 1992. He summoned the strength for one final season before retiring at 34, leaving a permanent void. "I live my life in the fast lane," he famously declared, "and I always have." In 1995, Taylor checked into drug rehab twice and faced 2 arrests in 3 years, both linked to attempts to purchase cocaine. Leaving the fast lane was a tough journey for someone always in high gear. By 2000, it seemed like he had turned things around, pursuing an acting career and even appearing on Dancing with the Stars. Then, unexpectedly, he faced legal trouble for an inappropriate relationship with a girl under 18, despite her claiming to be 19. Represented by Gloria Allred, Taylor pleaded guilty, and the court ultimately sentenced him to just 6 years of probation. In his 2003 autobiography, LT Over the Edge, he laid bare his off-field struggles and tumultuous past. Love him or hate him, I think we can all sit back and agree on the fact that there will never be another player like him again. Tell us your thoughts in the comments section below. We'll see you in the next video.